Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back with another podcast here. It's me and my buddy Taj. Taj, how's it going?
Yo, what's going on, Chris? The Madmen did it again. We're back at it, man. How you been feeling?
Pretty good. Been a little bit busy lately. August was kind of a crazy month for me, but it's been good. We had a ton of tournaments this month. We had
Mm-hmm.
Evo, EWC, Street Fighter
Yep.
League is just starting up. Tons of stuff to watch. How much have you been watching?
Actually, very little, right? I call myself doing some soul searching, playing everything except fighting games these days and other stuff. So I'm hoping you can let me know what's been going on in the fighting game community these days.
All right, cool. So let's start with Evo because Evo is the kind of the one that like everybody watches, the
Mm-hmm.
big
Mm-hmm.
tournament that everybody kind of cares about for fighting games. So did you watch any of Evo or none?
Watched a little bit, honestly. One of my friends wanted to have a watch party for it, so I watched it. Participated in it, and just watched a little bit of like the announcements, and then very little Street Fighter 6, but that's about it.
All right, cool. So let's talk a little bit about tournaments and like the overall like viewing experience. So we've had like two very different tournament styles over the past month. So
Right.
Evo, of course, open bracket, anybody can join, 3 days, big tournament. And then EWC, obviously you have to qualify for EWC. You can't just go in and play just because you want to. But they were two like very different tournaments from a viewer perspective. So let me just
Mm.
ask you, from the little bit of Evo that you watched this year, what did you think of the overall viewer experience, both in terms of like production, quality, match, how long like there were matches versus how many advertisements there were. Like, what did you think about Evo?
So, I feel like the production for Evo is always cool, and then Evo is a cool way to like give somebody like a little spotlight because they might not make it and on stream on some tournaments, but Evo gives that opportunity. I know in previous Evos, the complaints are always, too many ads and stuff like that. And then, they had made it top six one time, and then what they brought back top eights now. So from what I've seen, it's been pretty good. I know there's a bunch of ads, but I think it was an improvement.
Yeah, I think this year was definitely better than last year.
Hmm.
Still though, I think from like a viewer's perspective, I always feel like day one of Evo kind of boring.
Yeah. I can
And
see that. Yeah.
I think the biggest issue with Evo is like there are so many players and so many matches you want to
Yes.
see, but even with like two streams for whatever, like for a same game like Street Fighter or whatever, they can't get every single match on stream, and we're always gonna miss some really really good matches off stream where like two top players have to eliminate somebody, and we never get to see them play at all. And then we go
Right.
like a little like hand cam of like people in the crowd like recording everyone kind of thing. But I thought
Yeah.
the matches to add time this year was definitely better than last year.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and to reinforce your first point, I look at it like it's low key like day one's like the filler arc. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, once you want to get to the episodes you really want to watch, you got to get through all that beginning stuff first, but till you get to the real stuff. So I get it.
Yeah, and then what else was it? Day three was pretty good, but again, like you said, like I think the real thing with Evo is we have to kind of sacrifice how many matches we can see for the fact that like
Hmm.
anybody can kind of like pull up and do really well. I think
Yeah.
one of the biggest showings this year for at least Street Fighter 6 was, I think it's Mickey or Mikey, I can't remember. I think it's Mickey, the guy from
Oh,
Hong
yeah.
Kong.
I think it's Mickey. Yeah. Yeah.
Another
Yeah.
young gun coming through. We had a lot of like young players. We got Blaz, we got, who is it? Kimea? I can't remember how to
Hmm.
pronounce his name. Blaz, Command, now Mickey, all people who are like under 20 years old, getting top eights at tournaments, doing really, really well. So I think that was really cool to see for Evo. But to kind of contrast that, because I think everybody watched Evo,
Hmm.
EWC. Did you
Okay.
watch any of EWC?
I did not actually. I just saw, little highlights on social media, so I didn't get to see it at all. I just saw like, just a little couple highlights, and that's about it.
All right, so I know EWC, a lot of people, I don't know about a lot of people, but I know some people really hate EWC for
Mm.
obvious reasons. Like, I mean, they
Yeah,
say
yeah,
there's a lot
yeah,
of like, what do you call it, sports washing going on. It's
yeah,
all just
yep.
money. It's all kind of
Mhm,
like Saudi Arabian money, kind of propping everything up.
mhm,
But I actually
mhm.
watched almost all of Street Fighter EWC. And I gotta say, I thought it was really, really good.
I heard good
Like,
things about it, so it makes sense.
the production is really good. Like, there were very few ads. Like, of course there's ad times, but I thought like the ad time to matches was really good. We weren't getting hit by like
Mhm.
Chipotle announcements every 10 seconds kind of thing.
Right, right.
Every single match is
Yeah,
good. Every single match is interesting. And then of course Shanghai won again.
which is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting that. Like, like the thing about why I see why you would like EWC, especially from a spectator's point, is like it kind of like rewards both the player and the spectator because they get more matches, of course, you know, and which is always great because in a game like Street Fighter 6, like, you know, it's not to me, it's not a first to two game. A lot of these modern games aren't first to two games. So, you know, more both the player and the spectator is gonna be happy because you get to see more matches happening, right? And in the format, you know what I mean? But
Exactly.
like
And EWC was
Shanghai,
first. It was 3 out of 5, first to 5 for the whole thing for
right,
the finals
right,
day. So
right,
that
right.
was good to see. You can kind of like
Yeah.
remove some of the randomness of Street Fighter 6. So it's a little bit
Hmm.
better for both like the spectator and the player. But yeah, man,
Right.
I thought it was
So
pretty good.
let me ask that then, because you know EWC, you mentioned Shanghai, and then is it Ulsan? He won it twice in a row too.
Yeah, he
So I'm like,
did.
what is that phenomenon there? Like with Tekken?
Well, I mean, I think the format just kind of lends itself to consistency, right?
Mm-hmm.
Evo is
Mm-hmm.
kind of, I mean, top players are still gonna win. You're not gonna have like some random
Right.
like in like Joey Jr. Shabadoo is not gonna win first place in any game you
Right.
play just because
Right.
it's 2 out of 3, right? It's not that inconsistent, but I think it is
Okay.
easier to prepare for big tournaments. Like you know who your opponent is, you can do your homework, you can practice, you can figure out player tendencies, and you can get ready. And I think it really rewards people who have like experience and
Right.
people who can show consistency in their play, like Xiaohai and everything. But
Yeah.
I don't. Xiaohai wouldn't have won if we didn't have our boy Punk standing up
Oh
before
man.
his match. Did you see that?
Oh my god. Now that I did see a highlight of. I even made a joke about it saying like he was listening to a Ludacris song Stand Up before he was playing matches because he just kept standing up, man. It's ridiculous, man. And oh man, that was one of the good things about EWC is like it provided entertainment, like
Yeah,
not
for
just
sure.
on you know the fighting game analyzation part, but also just pure entertainment. Like everybody can laugh and enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that showed like a really that was interesting the way Punk stood up because like I think it really shows the big playstyle difference between like North America or at least America and like
Yeah.
Asia, where
Mhm.
Asian players they don't really pop off that much. If
No,
they do, it's pretty
no.
low key. And
Yeah.
when Punk landed that combo, I was like, "Yo, this isn't gonna kill." And then as soon as he stood up, I was like, "Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? Sit your ass down. What are you doing? What are you doing?" And then he lost and everything.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's move on to a different topic
He did it,
then.
like,
So
twice too. Oh my
let's go with
god.
this. So let's go like
Okay.
player mentalities in games because obviously we saw that
Okay.
with Punk. You know,
Yeah.
he's Americans. I'm not American myself. I'm not trying to put it down, but like you watch American sports, they love the pop offs. That's what gets the
Yeah,
clips. The pop offs
yeah,
is
we
what
like to
like
celebrate.
drives American
Yeah.
play style. So you were talking to me a little bit before this call about like mentalities and
Mhm.
fighting games. So
Mm.
what do you want to say about mentalities?
Well, that's the beauty of you know, a community or the beauty as us as human beings is that we're all going to be different for the most part, right? So like I feel like in the community, a lot of people like to generalize like the mentality like, oh, everybody should be playing this way so you can get results. But you know, there's all kind of different mentalities in our community, right? With players. Like you got some people that just want to farm their Twitter highlight on you. You know what I mean? There's people that just want to rush down all day. You got impatient type. You got your patient type. You know what I mean? And so we've seen all kind of mentalities, and you know, like people, you can see it all the time. Like when they're doing ranked, they're like, "Why is this person playing like this?" It's like, well. You gotta understand there's another human on the other side of the screen, right? Even though they might play like a quote unquote bot, right? Everybody learns at different ways and stuff. So you know, I feel like with the mentalities, I think that's what makes us an awesome community is you see so many different mentalities with the fighting game, like even personalities. Even we got so many different folks like that in the FGC.
And then another one that was kind of getting some flack on Twitter, which I thought was a little bit silly, but it was the Blaz thing where he was kind of like laughing during his matches.
Right,
I know some people were getting kind
right.
of mad about that. I didn't really get it, so I don't know if you saw, but during his matches, Blaz was kind of like laughing when he did something
Mm-hmm.
cool against his opponent. And I know some
Mm-hmm.
people on Twitter got kind of mad, but I mean, like, how old is Blaz? He's like 16, right?
Yeah, like 16, 15, like kids having fun, you know. What
He's having
happened to
fun,
that?
yeah. But I mean, like, come on, let him pop off. He's 15, he's 16, he's killing like all these
Right.
amazing players. Like, I think he earned the right to laugh.
Absolutely. He proved like he's a strong player and he can do whatever he wants to. Like straight up. Like what's going on, man? Like I guess they looked at it as being unprofessional or whatever, but I mean like yeah, we get professional FGC, but it's not that serious like that, man. Like at the end of the day, yes, we're playing a competitive game, but we're also there to have fun too, right? Like I feel like a lot of times that these games aren't that fun, we're not going to play it just straight up, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's a really important thing to like show that the game is fun. I think like a viewer experience, it's like obviously we want to see some high level matches and stuff, right? But if you
Yeah.
just see two people just like death staring at the screen for like half an
Yes.
hour, it's not going to get people to
Yes.
want to play. It's not going to get people interested. And like at the end of the day, I think like the reason why so many people talk about like Punk standing up or like
Hmm.
no other Prodigy starting a beef with someone's dad or like Blaz laughing, it's
Right.
because it's stuff that's happening outside of the game and it gets people
Yes.
talking about it. And that's something you need. Like nobody just talks about the game itself, like even sports, right? Like
Yeah.
people don't go on Twitter, like go on like social media and be like, wow, did you see how good he was dribbling that ball? Like, I mean, nobody talks about that, right? I mean, like
Yeah.
people always talk about the stuff outside of the game, and that's what brings eyes in. So,
Of
regardless of whether
course.
you think like Noah's like cheesy or whether you think
Hmm.
like he's cringe or whatever, like Punk standing up, whether you think that's dumb or whether you think that's him
Right.
just being like excited, whatever, like regardless of your feelings on that, I think those kind of moments are really important for fighting games and for like a viewer experience because at the end of the day, yeah, nobody's just talking about like, wow, did you see him land that delayed 3 frame jab? Like no
Right.
one's talking about that,
Right.
right? That's not how it goes. You got to see something fun.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Yeah, that's I say, man. That's why like FGC fighting games were different. Like we got all kind of personalities, mentalities, and we really get to let them, do their thing, and it's a spectacle. I mean, like all the stuff you mentioned, like the what is it, the big quote unquote crash out with Goichi and what was it, Koji Kog?
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sorry, I'm not mistaken.
Koji Kage, yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah, and then what's the other guy? The Hugo player, Japanese Hugo
Oh
player,
yeah, yeah,
Hayao, right? Yeah.
I can't
That's
remember his name, but I know
crazy.
what you're talking about. He's doing
Hiya.
all,
Yes,
yeah, when he's doing
hiya.
like all like the jumps and all the like gymnastic stuff
Yeah.
on stage. I mean, it's just fun, man.
Yeah.
It's fun.
We're performers, man. It's funny. Like, yeah, we're pretty good at the games and stuff, but we're also performers on the camera, and that's what makes us unique. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I think it just makes the game more fun to watch because if it's just going off gameplay alone, I mean, you get pretty far, but I mean, it's just
Yeah.
boring. You gotta have more than that. And I think people just get too offended, too angry, too easily with that kind of stuff. Like it's Blaz, man. He's 15. Just let the kid do what he's got
Yeah.
to do. He's having
Yeah,
fun.
exactly. Everybody matures in different ways and stuff. So yeah, like I know I wasn't the most mature person at his age. So of course, like give the kid time, whatever. But even still, like there's nothing really immature about what he did. So I'm not even sweating it and
Oh
stuff
no,
like that.
I think like laughing or smiling during a match is totally okay. Like I mean,
Right.
yeah, I
Right.
think if people are getting turned over that on Twitter and stuff, like man, I don't know how you get through your day because
Yeah,
if
that
that's making you mad, how do you deal with
no,
real life shit?
yeah. That actually reminded me of what is it? I think it was like the first Street Fighter League where like, I know you remember that clip. It was like big this has been Big Bird was playing Marisa and he hit Cabo with something and he was like he couldn't believe that like killed or whatever. You got like Cabo looking around like everybody made so many memes about it and then you see Big Bird just like, trying to hold in the laugh but he's still kind of laughing or whatever. So it's like and nobody really came at Big Bird for that. So I don't know. I guess, they probably just hating that this kid is cooking like some of their favorite players and then, oh man, let me pick on him for laughing type stuff. So it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I think people generally like Big Bird. Like
Hmm.
he doesn't say anything dumb on Twitter, nothing like that. He's pretty
Right.
mature. I think people just like him in general, or just like at least don't have any strong feelings against him.
Hmm.
But I think
Hmm.
Blaz has been catching like a lot of strays because he's young.
Yeah, of course.
I've
Of
seen some
course.
people who are like kind of haters because he's so young, and they're like, "How is a 15-year-old kid beating all these top players? Oh, it's because Street
Yeah.
Fighter 6 is a stupid game and all this
Yeah.
kind of stuff." But
Yeah.
like, dude, if you watch him play, like I mean, maybe I know you don't watch too much Street Fighter now, but like his
Hmm.
anti-Delsum tech is like,
Oh yeah.
dude did his homework. He put in work, man. I don't
Right.
know. I don't get the
Yeah.
hate. I think it's totally unwarranted. Anything like, I mean, we should be supporting that kid more than anything else. I
Yeah, we
mean,
should be
like,
celebrating that. Absolutely. Absolutely. And shout out to the Chile FGC. That's a strong region anyway. And they were even talking about how well he was doing in Street Fighter 5, which he had to been probably like 12 or 13 there. He had like two Grandmaster accounts, I think, and they were just like Ryu and Ken. So
mm-hmm,
he's got a lot of
mm-hmm.
experience with, the Shoto gameplay, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's just people gotta do their homework because that's a strong region and naturally you're gonna get strong players if you keep leveling up your region like that.
And I think we got a bit of an issue with like at least North America when it comes to like raising young players
Mhm.
because we see a lot of other
Absolutely.
regions doing a really good job. Like Asia, like especially Japan, has always been good at raising young players. I mean, that's kind of their
Right.
thing. Just like at least East Asian culture, there's a lot of like top down teaching going on where
Yeah.
like the older, more experienced people will take younger people. So it's not like It's not rare here. That's kind of the
Right.
norm. But then you get places like Chile where the veterans are teaching the young players like Blaz and they're coming up. And you got like
Yeah.
for Tekken, like Pakistan, I know they got like a lot of older people teaching a young player, and you got like a ton of killers. So there's a lot of that. But then I don't know. I just find it so weird in like North America when you see like younger players from other regions coming up and people are just kind of getting mad at them for doing well.
Oh yeah,
And it's like,
gatekeeping,
yeah,
gatekeeping.
gatekeeper. And then people turn around the next second and be like, well, why aren't fighting games more popular in America? It's like, dude, you shut down
Yeah.
everyone the second they start showing results. What do you expect? You think that makes
Yes.
people motivated to go?
Right. Elitism, it's all kind of stuff like that. And man, that just goes back to what we're saying, like all the different mentalities we have. Like it's not even just in the game, it's outside the game, like it's funny, like fighting games, I like to say like even like your main character is a reflection of your mentality, right? Like I
Mhm.
know some folks that like they're kind of timid, in real life, but then when they play a game, it's either the opposite or they're still timid and that's why they play zoners because they don't want to engage and stuff like that,
Mhm.
and I know you've seen this because like you do coaching and I know you got all kind of mentalities you've like interacted with and
Mhm.
experienced because of the whole coaching thing.
Street Fighter 6, I know some people don't like the way the game's been going, and we can talk about that in a second, but in Japan, it just keeps getting more popular. And at the end of the day, really, I think the main reason for that, people will be like, oh, it's because of VTubers or whatever, or
Hmm.
because it's Japanese. But I think at the end of the day, what it really is most of the people streaming and playing the game don't spend the majority of their stream complaining about the game, being like, lol, my, she's top
Hmm.
tier. Like everyone knows it,
Hmm.
but I think that like the top streamers, the top VTubers, the ones who are really showing themselves playing this game, they're just doing the Blaz thing. They're smiling. They're having fun.
Yeah,
They're showing that they enjoy the game.
absolutely.
They're talking with other people that they know. Like they're like shooting jokes with Daigo. Like they're just laughing with like all like Mago and like Doga and other top players. And I think they just
Hmm.
show that they're having a good time playing the game. And then when you combine showing that you're having a good time plus the popularity of being a top VTuber or whatever, it's gonna draw young people into the game and they're gonna want to play it. Meanwhile, if you're a top VTuber and you're just like complaining about the game the entire time, people will keep on watching your stream because it's funny. They're not
Yeah,
gonna play the
yeah.
game because you're saying it's bad. Why would they play it?
Yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, it's funny. Broski just mentioned this too in his latest video, whatever, and he mentions like how the content creation level between Japan and other regions is like it's not even close, right?
No.
Like they definitely celebrate the game, and then they do stuff like do interviews, they do vlogs and stuff like that and stuff. Shout out to Tokido, I know he's doing like the most with it, but yeah, like he's shown in a positive light and it's just different like a lot of times especially in the NA I already know it's just rank highlights for the video, the YouTube creation, content creation and stuff, and that can be pretty stale. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like I like how Japan is approaching it for sure.
Yeah,
Their
but
work ethic
let's
on that stuff is great.
dude, do you know what the actual like content game is like here in Japan? Let me pull this up for a sec.
Okay,
Let,
go
let
ahead,
me
do you think?
let me show you. So okay, here's, and I'm not doing this to put anyone down. This is
Hmm.
no, because I'm a content creator myself. I'm not trying to put down my peers. I'm not trying to talk about anybody saying they should be doing better, should be doing worse. I'm just talking about like the state of the number of views on YouTube between like the Western FGC and the Japanese FGC. So I'm gonna
Okay.
pull up Pugura, who's kind of like everyone knows Pugura, crazy player, great hair, and he's kind of like a mid-tier YouTuber here in Japan. Mid-tier is kind of unfair to say, but he doesn't have like over 100,000 subscribers, which is pretty common for most of the guys you know. He released a video about a a side switch tech he found with Sagat, and in one day it got 71,000 views. This is just
Wow.
him playing. Look at the clip stream, 8 minutes of him being excited that he found a cool side switch combo, and that got
Wow.
71,000 views. All right, so right off the bat, that's not even a real talking point. Let me pull up
Hmm.
someone who is a top tier content creator.
Okay.
Let me pull up Dogora. Nobody in the Western FGC even comes close to him. So let's go
Wow.
like this. Talking about Blaz, just talking about how good Blaz is, 107,000 views 2 days ago.
Wow.
All right. If we go to something more of like something a little bit more topicy, them cheering on a Twitch clip, like just a rip of his stream, cheering for Bonchan at EWC,
Okay,
153K views.
that is ridiculous. That's
Him
that's
just look
just
at it,
cheering on Monson.
just like big chilling on his
Yeah.
chair, lying down with his arm in the air, showing the pits. 153,000 views. And like, again, this is not to put down like the Brian F's, the Diaphones, even myself as a
Right.
content creator. Nobody in the Western FGC, at least like main like Street Fighter competitive players,
Mhm.
is putting
Mhm.
away, like putting
Mhm.
aside people like, okay, they like Maximilian, who's kind of like a
Right.
topical guy. He's not a
Of
top
course.
player.
Okay.
I'm not gonna pull up anymore, but I know Kawano, he gets like over 200,000 views on every single video, all that kind of stuff. So I don't know, man. It's just a different game here in Japan.
Yeah,
Not
it
not
is.
just
And
in
you can
terms of
see
like
it.
content, player interest,
Mhm.
entry numbers. Is just totally different. I think it's the mentality that really changed it. Just people's
Mhm.
how they show themselves playing the game and how they show themselves enjoying it and how they try to bring other people in.
Right, right, right. Well, I mean, for the people out there watching, if you want to step your game up, there it is right there. Free tips.
Exactly. Try to be a little bit more positive. Like you can be negative about the game, but it's important. Like being somewhat positive is important too.
Yeah, if you're gonna be negative, make it entertaining too. You know what I mean? So like, it just can't just be. I mean, as much as I like the yap, it can't just be a yap session. You got to make it fun. Throw some jokes up in there or something like that. Have some sarcasm in there too. Like you got to make it funny, yo.
I think we got three kind of like big, or at least big IPs
Hmm.
coming out for versus games. We just talked about Marvel Tokon, which is kind of
Yep.
obvious, everyone knows. We have 2XKO, and we have what was
Hmm.
the, other one? The Invincible game.
Invincible.
Are you
Yep.
looking forward
Yep.
to? Are you
Yep.
looking forward to any of those three? And if you are, which are the ones like? What's your hype level?
Okay, so that is a very good question. So I'm gonna just go from I guess the bottom to the top. So I've never been into League or anything like that. I don't know nothing about League characters. So 2SKO never sparked my fancy at all. Like it never piqued my interest at all. So I've never been interested in it. So I don't really care for it. Now Invincible. I like the series, the show, whatever. But still I was like, oh, like iffy on it too. But they did something really cool, and this is it's funny because it's a call back to our previous video where I was saying like, hey, we have power, right? Like we could like if we don't like something, we can address it, and then maybe they'll listen. So they announced at Evo, they said, hey, we heard y'all. We know that y'all don't like you didn't like that the game didn't have motion inputs. We complained enough, and boom, the game has motion input. So I'm like, stuff like that where to listen to the community. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of interested now because you guys are clearly listed community, and you don't want your game to crash and stuff like that. So y'all taking in feedback and then considering it. So I appreciate that. And then Marvel Tokon, that's the one I'm the most interested in because it's giving me like uh, a little bit of a flashback to like Blaze Blue and also Grand Blue, and I think some of those team members are on that team, right? Because like my whole thing is my biggest complaint about modern games is the uniqueness. I feel like the character uniqueness is fading away and stuff, and character specialists and stuff. So like every character has a unique trait, and that reminds me of Blaze Blue when I first did it, and Grand Blue has the same thing. So I'm like, okay, like characters can be characters, even though we know that gameplay mechanics in the current like fighting game landscape feel like they're more important than the characters. That's why a lot of characters play very
Mm-hmm,
similarly.
mm-hmm.
But now I'm like, okay, we might see a little phase where we're like, okay, we can bring that character uniqueness back. So I'm interested. I'm not a big tag fighter guy at all,
Yeah.
team fighter dude either. But just like because I naturally like Marvel characters, I grew up on it. I'm like, okay, I'll try this out and stuff like that. So we'll see. I'm excited though.
Yeah, I'm feel the same way about Marvel Tokon. I think
Hmm.
generally everybody's kind of looking forward to Marvel Tokon. That's the general
Hmm.
feel I have.
Right.
For me, Invincible, I've never watched it. I don't have any plans to
Hmm.
watch it. It looks kind of jank. It's cool that they
Yeah.
added. It's cool that they added motion inputs. I think that's great. For my thing with the whole motion input thing, I don't care if a game has single button specials,
Hmm.
but I do care if they don't include motion specials. I like
Right.
doing motions. I don't know. I think it's fun.
Me too.
I like games that have really high execution, and I think like I don't think you need to. Like, I'm not trying to say like it should be difficult to do every single combo, right? I'm not
Right.
talking about like Street Fighter 4, like you need to do one frame links just to get a B and B. I'm not talking about those
Exactly.
kind of combos, but I like where you can have a game with hard combos. Like Street Fighter 6, I know it's not a game for combos, but like one of the reasons why I enjoy playing Guile is because he actually has like boom loops, which aren't
Mhm, mhm.
incredibly difficult, but it's one of the harder things to do in that game. And
Right.
it's fun when like you see like Higuchi or like get those boom loops in the corner mid screen does like the level 2 combo into like the salaryman combo. It's hype because
Mhm.
he's doing something difficult. It could drop. Right. So I
Right.
like games with execution. So I'm happy that Invincible added the motion inputs, and that's good for me.
Yeah,
2XKO,
yeah,
like you, I never played League. I don't know the characters. I don't care. I don't know something about the game. Like I can't get excited for it. I don't think it looks.
right.
I don't think it looks really good.
Me neither.
I don't care about the characters. And then I've talked about this on my stream a couple times, but I think it has like a too many chefs in the kitchen kind of problem.
I can see that.
But it just feels like this. It's like the opposite of synergy. It feels like what the sum is like less than its parts. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? It doesn't
yeah,
really. I don't know. I
yeah.
don't feel any hype. I think the game probably took too long to come out. Like, do people even get
Yeah,
that
that's
hype
one
for?
thing
Do
too.
people even get hype for that anymore? Like, I don't think like do the youths even still really play Dota?
Oh man, I have no idea. I've never
I
even
don't
been on
think
that
so.
landscape
I
side,
don't think so.
honestly. Yeah,
I
I'm
think
not
they
sure
do, but
either.
not like before. I think it definitely peaked out, so they probably missed their window for that. And then whatever, that's that game. It doesn't have any motion inputs, so just kind of like as a matter of principle,
Right.
I'm saying I'm not gonna play it because I
I
don't
don't
want
blame
to
you.
really support games that don't include motion inputs. I'm gonna be old man on this
Mhm.
one. I don't care. That's a
Right.
hill I'm gonna die on. I don't mind if you don't have motion inputs and you have like one button specials. That doesn't bother me, like modern mode,
Mhm.
but it does bother me when you don't give something for everybody.
Right,
So
right.
you
I get
can't
that.
you gotta do it both ways. You can't cater to one and exclude the other. So people who like
Yeah,
motion inputs, you can't just be like, well, get used to it. This is modern. No, I don't care. I'm not playing your game,
right.
even if it's free. So
Yeah,
that's my sense. And then Marvel Tokon, whatever, it looks cool. I'll try it. It's
yeah.
Arc System Works. They always make fun games, whether or not
Right.
like you would, they make fun games. They look pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. I'll try it. I don't have a PS5, so I'm gonna have to wait for the full release. But yeah, when it comes out, it comes out. I'll give it a shot. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and to highlight that too, they had put on that little, I guess, like tutorial video for Tokon that you do more damage if you do the motion input. You can still do the shortcut, but obviously there's some little,
A little bit of
restriction behind
incentive,
it.
a little
Yeah,
incentive to do it, right? Not enough to
right,
stop you
absolutely.
from doing it either way. If you don't want to do the motion input, it's not gonna probably not gonna win you or lose you the match. But you
Right,
land a couple of hits, it adds up. It could have an
right.
effect on the match later on. So there's at least some incentive for doing it, but it's not gonna like gatekeep the people who don't do it. So I think it kind of
Exactly.
strikes a good balance between everything.
Right.
So
I'm excited. We'll
I'm
see,
yeah,
you know.
I'm looking forward to it too. Like I mean, I like Street Fighter 6. I think it's a good game, but I want to see something else kind of come into the scene to
Of
watch to
course.
play rather
Of
than just
course.
like one game being like the clear top dog because everything else below that right
Absolutely.
now is kind of kind of in a weird place and
Yeah.
I don't think Tekken 8
Yeah.
season 3 is going to be the savior everyone's waiting for.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, hey, we would like to be proven wrong, but yeah, it's not looking too good right now. We'll
Oh
see.
man.
We'll see.
All right, so I think that's going to wrap it up for us today. Guys, what do you think? Let us know in the comments. What did you think about the viewer experience for tournaments this month and in August? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you think people are being too, like, how do I say, too soft on Twitter? Are
Right,
they
right.
justified with it? And of those three games, Injustice, 2XKO, and Marvel Tokon, which one are you guys looking forward to the most? We'd love to hear in the comments. But anyways, Taj, thank you for coming in today. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks for having me, yo. It's always a good time with us too.
Yeah, man. Let's see what happens in the next couple of weeks, next couple of months, and hopefully we'll get another talk going on soon. But thanks, dude. Take it easy.
All right. See ya.
Peace.